grades: Triple S, Double S, S, A, B, and C, with Triple S being the highest. Ladder promotion rules. Players are ranked based on the popularity they gain during the battle period. For rounds 1 to 9, the ladder results are settled at the end of every round's battle. Above the popularity they gain during each ladder has 100 spots. 1 to 9, 20 per ladder results are settled at the top 10, and the bottom 20 demoted. If you're trying to move up the ranks, be sure to stay within your ladder's return threshold or higher before each round is settled. Additionally, ladder grades can only be promoted or demoted by 1 grade at a time, so your performance in the assignment round is crucial. Be sure not to miss it. Final showdown.
We have much more info to go
Based on the rankings from the previous 9 rounds, round 10 will be the decisive showdown to determine the final rank and ladder point placement, including the champion of the 2023 Popularity Annual Gala, who will emerge as the ultimate winner. Including exclusive awards. At the end of round 10, rewards will be issued based on the player's ladder grade and final rank. For outstanding players, they will receive exclusive rewards that can showcase their supreme honor both in and outside the game. In-game awards include the honor title, honor name tag, and honor avatar frame, which are sure to make you stand out. Moreover, interviews, custom popularity gifts, official social media promotion, game exposure, and other exclusive honorable rewards. Gain global renown both in and outside the game. What are you waiting for? Participate in the 2023 Popularity Annual Gala now.
Two-hand squads, and it's a lot easier to hit those kind of numbers that way. This time around, I think Nico will find it a little bit harder. Already losing the player sets them back at that disadvantage. HBVP on the side, they did drop out to their backup drop over on Military Island. All the way on the south coast, Kitsune looting up. Yes, won't rotate, but it's more likely to just take that bridge on the western edge. That one, central in apartments, is a pretty powerful spot given the circle as it is. A lot of space on the northern side of the river hasn't been taken away. Yeah, I think with the plane path as well,
Welcome back to the
a likely
PUBGM
thing to happen here, which is where
2023, and
Severny
this is going to be
shooting
a big chance. And I'm
made
live in Malaysia,
different
battle in a
call if they'd known
PJ,
that
with
the
me
circle
none
was going to
other
head this
than
far
Potato
towards
coming
that
out from
northern side. They might
Alter
have even
Ego. And
taken
starting
all the
off our
vehicles they
questions
could.
and bridge interview for
Lobby
today.
is very
Now,
eastern-centric.
for Alter
A
Ego,
lot of
you
the
guys were
western side
PMSL
isn't taken up
champions
by
back
teams, so
to
they could
back
have
for
easily
2
picked up some
seasons. But it
vehicles
feels
towards
like
that
there's a
western
lot
coast,
of
headed up
challenges
past
for you in
LGD
the
towards North
PMSL
George,
stage.
then had a
You
good
will
look. Either way, I
really
think this is the numbers play.
during the PMSL and even the PMSL.
You're not relying on the circle a lot of times. It still gives you a lot of loot. Early as well, you don't want to be in North George towards that 4-minute mark with absolutely no gear whatsoever, and then force to make a very hectic rotation comes up. So I think this is the smart move from them. Simply I8 down towards Sosnovka, they can move out. There is IHC in this area though, so there's a lot of teams all trying to get their way through outside of
Jadi mereka nggak ada patokan mau gameplay gimana, jadi mereka menyesuaikan dari segi gameplay.
Bottom of the tables right now.
If you ask me the difference between PMSL and PMGC, most of the team like this PMGC, they know how to adapt with the situation.
Well, I'd say Central are sort of on the outside of the centre pack right now. Pretty solid compound as well. Like the side out nearby to them.
So I guess that's the biggest challenge for them as well then. And now, based on yesterday's matches, are there any adjustments? Since today is your last day playing as well, you have to wait for tomorrow. Will there be any adjustment for your team to just to make it
hop out as well.
for the
Spray
next
is not
stage
going to
and
be
get a
good for the
better
first
result?
knock and actually trade it off
Jadi buat hari ini adalah hari terakhir buat Alter Ego sendiri. Apakah menurut kamu sendiri ada sesuatu lah yang kamu ngerasa bisa nggak kamu lolos ke Survivor Station?
Misery is usually very good at that.
Apa yang kamu harus lakuin buat kamu lolos ke Survivor
It was a little bit all over the place there.
Harus kita lakuin sih pastinya
Maybe holding a
lebih
singular
ke mematangkan kesalahan kemarin ya. Jadi kita belajar banyak dari kesalahan kemarin. Kita benar-benar adjust lah untuk hari ini karena hari ini kita terakhir bermain dan grup green besok masih grup red dan yellow masih bermain.
That surprise play.
For me, from Alter Ego, we're gonna do our best. We already touch up our mistake. We already learned from the past. And yes, of course, today
now finally making their move
green and versus red, but then red is gonna play tomorrow. So I think we gotta perform really well so that group red is not gonna qualify easily to the last chance.
Now I'm going to touch it for a bit more. Since you mentioned about your mistakes yesterday, and it's so hard to actually identify your mistake in a very short time. Can you stay out some of the mistakes that's quite major for you?
Ya, kamu ngomong-ngomong kamu ada ngomong tentang permasalahan yang terjadi lah, mistik-mistik terjadi. Bisa nggak kamu cerita sedikit aja apa salah satu contoh mistik-mistik yang terjadi kemarin hari?
Mistik yang kemarin terjadi sih kita belum respect sama keisengan segmen ya. Jadi benar-benar dari semua map kita benar-benar dekat sama dia dan lumayan mengganggu gameplay kita lah.
So the things that I don't expect is the playstyle from Sem9. So most of the mistakes that we learned back then is because of our drop spot in every map is quite near with Sem9, and yeah, we don't expect these things gonna happen, and yes, it's gonna they give us so much trouble.
I mean, that's the unexpected to be happening on the global stage definitely now. You mentioned about Sem9. Are they one of your greatest threats when it comes to this stage, or will there be somebody else so far?
Kamu ngomong Sem9 nih, kamu mention Sem9. Apakah Sem9 itu salah satu tim yang kamu rasa PR terbesar kamu, ataupun ada tim-tim yang lain?
Oh, another one in through the window. 2 nades, 2 knocks. It's Jen Foster, third nade through.
Okay. So
they will be able to find it a little bit as the M4-9, a lot of bullets. They're not going to be able to find a second knock onto Victor.
We might have more surprises for today, by the way. With tight points among the teams, and you still have a great chance to make it to the last chance stage. What's your focus to improve your rankings since today's your last day? And what do you think is the most important outcome for today's game?
Okay, jadi kalau kita lihat dari point system, point kalian itu tidaklah terlalu jauh untuk kamu lolos ke last chance. Jadi apakah fokus terbesar yang kamu harus fokusin hari ini supaya kamu bisa lolos ke last chance?
Kita lebih memaksimalin tiap game sih. Jadi kalau tiap game kita mendapatkan hasil yang bagus, poin juga bakalan ikutan bagus juga. Jadi kita fokus game per game.
Okay, so basically we're gonna focus on each game. We're gonna focus on our first game first. It's because of I believe if we focus on each game, the point will come afterwards. So we're just gonna do our best in every single map so that we're gonna maximize our point.
I agree. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time as well. But with Daniel on stage live, we're gonna toss it back to the casters. Good luck, all the best for all the teams out there competing, especially when it comes to Group. Today will be the last day performing, and next day they have to just work it out. We're just gonna toss it back to the casters. Casters, take it away.
Walls around here too, which makes the crash a little bit more uncomfortable. I think maybe BTR just had to be a little bit quicker with those nades, and for Gainwell getting up like that with barely any smoke and then just nading through the window, that shouldn't really happen as often.
To get as many points as possible, potentially keep yourself in the safe zone. This will happen. We got Maxman and Kalaris here on the dust to break everything happening obviously yesterday and what's to come up today. And honestly, Max,
they were playing on the north.
No, I'm not going to go to you, Max. I'm going to go to Kalaris first. Oh, the ego.
The rotation paths were up here. They'll be much more familiar.
Yes, they did, and I've reviewed them quite extensively. So obviously we heard in the interview there that Sem9 was one of their downfalls to play for them. They're not playing today. However, I think that is not the issue for them. Yesterday, the issue for them in 4 games out of the 6 was unnecessary risks. You think back to the Sandhawk, you get caught in the water, BTR takes you down, you don't. You think the other water scenario on Erangel as well, that was not required whatsoever. First game on Erangel, where they're going late to the circle, they're trying to go for a central spot.
I think for A7 this is really
nice.
Instead, they were
again,
all
another unnecessary risk. And then finally Sem9 on Erangel being able to circle when they're trying to
up a little bit
right? So all of these unnecessary risks that they're taking could be easily mitigated in terms of playing a bit more mature, pushing mobile, and trying to play a bit more of a control style.
Through towards the PMGC.
There you go.
It's been very rare that we've not seen Alpha7 go through to PMGC, but already that's 2 knocks either side, but we've rejected the back as well. This could be horrendous stuff.
Ooh,
a second knock for Mythic overall. Two players down. It's all on takes to hold the front here. Rejector coming through, as you say, third party. Matic and Tixi for the squad. Carrillo on the corner. Will find the Matt in his way. Tixi gets one crack as well, and lovely another shot through the window. Needs to hold for a second, but a third player from HPE falls down. It's Matic rolling up to see what's there, and they're out. Both Alpha 7 and HPE. I'm trying to talk about it.
I don't know. I want to talk about it.
And it goes to hell for HPE.
I still believe in
for the third party as well.
Cheese until the very
It's just that speed that is on the side of A7. They're further towards that northeast. They can get inside that compound early. Both teams had the same idea, and you can't fault them for it. It's a really strong compound over towards that Yazbridge crossing. So he's headed further towards that western side. This would be providing anyone that picks it up now a huge opportunity to gatekeep a lot of teams. Inco heads towards the bridge with 3 players. They're going to hold down there right with how they are. Reject hopes to get in on that fight. Either way, HUB is just a little bit too slow, and I think that when you're trying to crash a compound like that, they have to really quick. Alpha 7 looking at less of a problem for the grand final. Very long rotating some of these over Yasnaya, past the lake, round the side as well. Huge amount of sidelines to see that happening.
Let's go.
Here we are. A little bit more aware, which is
they're
why
awesome. They're awesome.
Either way,
because they had a great start. They're great initially, and they kind of fell off slowly as time went on. But I've said it multiple times. As South Korea, as they constantly get more and more days, more games on the board. They're great at assimilating information. All of the teams control
they might look to overtake DRS on
to prove big here again today.
That was great. I was going to say, well, that's great stuff to talk about, obviously, Nick McGowan and Doug. But Max, I really want to hammer home about Gladiators here. My attention actually over towards potentially Inco Games, because obviously they've seen their brethren teams of Alpha 7 and Blues.
On the north side of the lake now, might try and move into the area.
They can rise up and be another position.
Trying to fend them off a little bit.
But also, at height, because the roster they ended up fielding wasn't the roster they ended up fielding in America.
A lot of open ground here, over towards the North American over towards that western side. Another difficult server. It's true, LGD
was surprised to see them do so well in the group, considering
you really do wonder where the server's
for a while now. But they have, I guess, a lot of pressure coming their way from North America in general, considering they're really representative and
down towards
I don't know. It's going to be tough, man.
They're on the backside. Zifan here usually sends a lot of classic Inco gameplay.
Watching of the different regions, so I think the map grade is actually because you know kind of
North Shore, very likely teams finishing there, but
and how these matches are
LGD can just sit here and not everybody else trying to make their way across as can Inco, though Alpha 7 move on out. As over the top, entirely low, Becker at the back. Will be able to stay alive here, another nade on in to try and pick up the flush. This is very tricky there, down one, trying to get across the bridge, shut down.
They can't be all of them,
more players alive.
Or could it?
Split 2-2,
we'll see. Obviously, still lots to come up down the way. But we can see a comparison here. Mad Bulls, obviously, McGowan and Mad Bulls obviously struggling with a take 2 placement points. They put up a ton of eliminations and obviously
North Shore for Vampire already. They're in one of those towers, but further in. No, they're going to say it in here.
For Nick, I feel like they were the
It's a hard cross here. I think Schweppes is playing this very, very well, knowing that there's problems off to make that
grand final
down. There's a lot of eyes on this position. Ghost is the only one left remaining over towards the top side,
and we know this team as a very formidable roster. I mean, I think a lot of people put a lot of stock in if Coops is gone, then if he's eliminated early, then maybe they don't have much like knocked on. But I don't necessarily hugely agree with that. Of course, he is a force to be reckoned with, right? And somebody that is going to be sitting
on the hillside. They know there's more players here. They know they have to push further north.
Still is able to play a macro game, even if Coops is gone.
Down, 4 game lords to isolate sidelines to create a channel towards the Galaxy fight.
PWI, Max, we did see Coops kind of be similar to Nomi, similar to Matic, was kind of off by himself. But also the funny thing was, it was the tip of the spear.
The rest of that one trying to get across
the rope to get shots at just
yet, but everybody's turning their attention that way now. Vampire have to be on the swivel, actually managing to get all the way across. Down one gaming will stay alive for now. Shots over towards Alpha 7. Hey, they're still peppering away in Galaxy, despite being played on the south cut. They know they have some good sidelines towards the Lord, there's 3 lines when it works out that way. And the rest of the team sure they can frag out. We know Freak, we know how shots need to hit towards him. I think Blade just does not want to expose himself for too long. If he gets knocked, pick him up, running 26 points, 28 after those 2 are lived. Which is what I wanted to see. Quite far down towards the point of the
lobby, but it's just not been the case. That's how it's been now early, so it goes to show how important it is to
coming through from
star
Game
players
Lord.
like
Freak now last standing for
Galaxy,
but not that one gets shot down as well. Victor and Rob's active. They want to try and create some cover. Teammates are getting shot out in the meantime. They're not in the next circle, and IHC have moved in front of them. With the chaos that they were involved in winning the Galaxy, Godless decides wipe on the off angle, and teammates will fall. 2 players now left standing for Game Lord on the south side with a tricky rotation ahead of them. Likely they're going to have to move north of the river, and IHC have got the shots. They split one of the vehicles. The reloads there from back player.
In my opinion,
Going to be able to get to the coastline. Likely to get across, but still somehow swinging it through.
Not
Forward
able
positions.
to make it happen yesterday, right?
Taken away from them,
Ultra was the top out of those 6 teams with 22 points, and that's kind of why I focused on them a little bit in my overview from day to day, because I do feel like Ultra Ego is the one that can try and get out of that rut that Group Green put themselves in yesterday, because it is their last chance of the day. So much so that I do believe that Ultra Ego made some big changes coming in today. Like, for example, I think that they're going to go north on Sandhawk because M-Hyper goes down towards Capital, which was a backup drop, and they moved away from that northwest side, for example. So we'll see if that actually pans out here today. But yeah, I think they've got
traded
a
off
mountain to climb.
just the one. They turn around the corners though, and they got the DBS in close range. I think there were several going off there. There's at least 2 on the roster.
One thing we can't forget about is that the difference between 16th place and 8th place is 15 points. And obviously, if you're in the release, you're in the situation that's doubly important. But it's not that big of a gap to make that grand dash. It's going to come down to those 1, 2, 3 points that whether you're in the last chance or unfortunately PMGC runs be done. So it's still should be close, but yeah, it's kind of eye-opening, Max, as we look at Group Green just struggling down
anymore. Nade over the top from
actually, I've
Squash
got a
as
few
he
numbers right now.
launches
Group Yellow
up.
on average had 40.5 points. Group Green had 26.3. So there's a pretty significant
struggling here. Inco doing a stellar job. 3 eliminations so far. Forest should be spotted. DRS in the meantime, southwest side. Vampire at their back. Looking to move up. Schwetz does fall.
Only have 6
Rejected
maps
there.
remaining to have an impact on the top.
And after Reservoir here for Vampire, there's 4 eliminations already on the game.
You just got to stay and watch. And just hope the other teams around you don't perform well, which is the
Delta,
most
guide the player going
insane
down.
situation to be in because you
Draws some
just
ammo,
cannot
draws
have
some
the impact
sidelines
of
away from Vampire. On their approach from the southwest side, Blue Zone moving in. Shots from Ravenclaw as they crest the ridge.
Obviously, right
The
now,
back line not safe.
17 points
Repositioning.
yesterday. Compare that
Not
to the
risk
group
this
stage they
week.
had, where it was 180.
Go for the spray that he wants to
For me,
find.
I
but the
don't know
nade
if
over the
2
top.
days is enough.
Could be on the money. The only one he's got in the pocket. Looks like it's a target. Maybe a little bit short there. Will fall
came in
just
the
in front of the
latter
rock. The
stages
Delta
of their
hides
group
behind.
as a whole.
Schwetz swings out wide. He shots over to reject. They are caught in a trap
That
right
said,
now.
as well, there's some
DRS
uncharacteristic
stay
numbers
strong.
that came out from yesterday. Procedure, for example, only 10 eliminations across 6 games. This is a team that can get that in one game, no problem, considering what we saw from them in the group stage. So my eyes are also on them, aside from Ultra Ego, because I just think that they're
pretty
capable
strong
of
on
more.
that eastern side.
I completely agree, and unfortunately just not seen any of this in the Twitch, but you know what, I think for me, as you kind of mentioned, right, like we have rotating groups that kind of doesn't favor some teams. PMGC is about finding the best all-around teams. There's so many different kind of mini tournaments to be
Standing
right?
now
You
full
have
DRS. No, pretty much where that position is going to be, but Killer finds
plays.
another one.
Then you have
Oh,
this event
drifted
where
over.
many
He didn't
groups
get
have
it.
to be
Okay,
adapted.
fair enough.
Then you get to the grand finals where it's going to be a
Axel was
sprint
over
race. The last stage coming up in
either
2
way,
days, where it's really a sprint, right? Which is 2 days to play. You got to be good all around. You're going to find the team to be just that. Very nice. But one team I did want to focus on really quickly, because I want to throw this out there in case it happens. Influence rate. You're so far in the lead, there should be no chance you're ever going to fall in the bottom 8. Do you start to hot drop on some teams potentially, start to kind of put yourself in rotational paths by the teams? Well, obviously not them not playing here. Maybe Mad Bulls is a better case situation. To punish teams and prevent them from
currently a
potentially
4-man
qualifying.
squad did take down one of the players from Alpha 7 who was trying to control the river itself really well.
But I want to see it!
Slowly but surely
I
made
think
their way
the
into
team's going to take
position.
that
I
risk.
like
I'm
that
not
play
so
on
sure. You could do it if you want the second half of the time.
Bake
Now
time in
it's
the water. Inco's still dominating from this side. It was one of those pushes where it's like, this might not work out for us.
Just play the half of the day.
Trust me, we will get some points from this position. We just maintain our lives. At some point, it's hugely contested, and people would just be sending themselves in 3 points for us in the vehicle.
Play like that.
To join players near the rivers hasn't committed to it just yet. So just finding a spot right near the edge of the circle right now.
I have a thought.
So Vampire, they have 8 eliminations, so placement points they can rack up now. There's a lot of ragtag teams in the river.
I think if you were going to target
they can just
anybody
stay alive and not get
alone,
caught up in it.
I wouldn't even mind looking towards Procedure for on Erangel. If you think about that potential rotational power, going up against kind of Rozar. Sometimes those can potentially come back from here from time to time, and Erangel is the most that we all do our little thing. Please sir, I want to be next. I think that could be a target. If they were going to do something, I don't know whether they will.
I think that's very interesting. That would be a good thing to take down.
I mean, that's a good point here. Open Alpha 7 when we get to the last chance.
Haven't pushed their luck actually. They go for the full-on crash over towards Alpha 7.
But let's see what's going to break down. Okay, first match today with Sandhawk.
Better for the stay on the score rather than take the fight. With this circle, with the bank in play, although it's very risky, horribly dangerous, this type of terrain, they're more than likely to live for a lot while
we're in school, like, want to get our opinions. Even me and you were speculating with theory crafting. It's sick, man. This week's going to be so damn good. Like, the quality against yesterday was great. If that carries on, I'm living for it.
Yeah, I mean, we were having a little chat behind the scenes there. I mean, to be honest with you, there's a lot of talk about
that south side. You can see all of the teams who went to the river as a last chance. LGD finally having to leave their stronghold. Just ready and waiting to receive.
And that last chance.
And some are not just yet 2 players active.
Group green now. It's real danger right now. It's a stretch
that's already on the high ground.
You do Alliance, they look happy, they look ready to go. They look very, very excited to get things on the road here. They had a pretty good upwards trend over in their group. Didn't start off so strong, but ended it quite significantly.
Joined the teams.
Obviously not getting in towards that direct invite stage, but yeah, for group green, things did get tough here. And you know, we were chatting about like
even as a solo from this spot on the side, doesn't have to take many fights to get through the region, but what he can do is certainly pick it and point down towards the river. But might not get a huge amount of placement points here, but any team that wants to move is good news for him.
Some of these other groups that
still has cover from rock. Besiktas will have the green line of sight to this direction as soon as they step up, but they're more than likely going to commit to just going north of the river on this next circle. They have 30 seconds to play. The question is, what will they do with the position they've been given? Zessi actually looks for a swim across. Brave steps up for more. Just ducking back behind, and there we go, Besiktas. As soon as he takes those shots, they go down. It's 10 plays for Vampire, which is really unfortunate.
Already.
It is Inco versus Mad Balls. We saw this versus Mad Balls in the very first day of their group versus Falcons. They lost their hot drop, but they're used to it now. They're
still remaining.
Something to go off.
I'm very certain
would not off the back here. Let's see if they can find any more, Jackie.
Not very long.
How far?
A lot of the teams already have a fair few points. Very healthy. The Game Lord currently, I believe that is now battling.
Now Mad Balls always feel that they were hit with pressure on Sandhawk, even back in regulation.
The solo team
Inco were the ones that started to show up here though. Early damage done. Inco already DBS. Another knock coming in, blank, bit of a trade, but now we're seeing them both be 7. Lots of damage across either squad now.
It was one of pace, but Inco were able to get that res elsewhere. Vitali will finish off Fleek in the meantime.
They're getting their big game in,
desperately trying to hold his own. Trying to head down the stairs. Nice little peek out coming through from Inco. Only one Mad Bull left remaining, but it's Tulika, who's having a fantastic day yesterday. Not about to let this game slip out of his hands.
They're going to be able to see 3 or 4 more in the next couple of minutes. Shots over towards Alpha 7 as
Last player alive, Tulika.
Can held in this compound for so long. Blank. Remember, this is the compound that they fought HVVP for. Both teams wanted to crash it.
Used car salesman
Alpha 7 are alive.
For Squash,
this
seeing if he
in
can
a really strong
his way
position.
Through as the bullets come
Just makes you
flying.
wonder what
Tulika calls for the backup of his
well.
teammates, rotating further over so he's got room to try and pick him up later if possible. Doesn't peek off the back of the bait of the movement.
I said it finds Inco.
Becker
maybe being dismounted there is going to look for the rest of the Vitali, but another nade to follow. The Cook looks a little bit too short there. YZ lets it go a little bit longer. This one, though,
either one of these solos get away and give up the final elim, you have crippled yourself coming into the opening game today. And this is it, Blank. They've got to roll with the punches now.
Jump out wide. YZ actually tucks back into cover. Besiktas are there with nades as well. Vitali goes down again. Becker,
this fight is not going to go well either way for both squads right now. Tulika is on the broadside, will be spotted almost immediately. This shotgun that Squash has found
doing a
himself
very good job.
alongside
He's
with
realised that, you know what, he's
SK12
not
that
getting
he's
a high
currently
play.
holding
What he
on
can do
to.
is get a lot of
It
a
is
lift
just
here.
stressful to
Squash
deal
moves
with
out the
now
water. This is a
for
full-on challenge between him and
Indeed.
YZZ.
One shot will be enough to take him down unless he's out distance, but for the Mad Bulls, this is still sort of an important fight to win out on, right? You do not want to be losing
team in
spot
cover right
in
now.
Ruins. You don't
And they have been given this one after their first initial rotation.
Prey come towards
Away
that
from the
direct
river.
invite towards
Be
the
able to
PMGC,
control all
that
the crossing and
global
Titan know it. They
championship.
want this compound. They
So
want to
for
take it
anyone
back into
watching,
control.
all
4
the other
players alive
teams
for
are already
Titan. The only
qualified.
team at full power.
Mad Bulls
Mafioso
have
struggling
put
to
up
find
a
an opening knock.
performance here
Over to the squad,
today.
finally able to thread that needle. And Puncher falls first. 6 on the sidelines as well. Up and into the fray. There's too many angles for him to deal with those. Carrillo unleashes the Groza.
Well, that
Looks for the flush.
Tonica
Over onto Puncher.
Ralph
And the rest of the duo just
takes out the
staying at the
final
back
player
here for Titan.
from
2 players
Inco.
now alive. Alpha 7 on 3 as everybody
Difficult
from the river
stuff ahead
finally
now
getting cut
for
down.
Kulika
Inco eliminated.
himself.
Down 1, down 4 teams
He's
remaining
moving
now.
forward
Black.
here, Jackie.
What a hold there from LGD though. YZZ
That
still
is a
going.
rough way
Trying to ruin the
to start
chances.
this off,
Son
right?
HP has
You
to
know,
drop
we're
in
coming
towards the
into it
water
thinking
himself.
that we
Most
have
likely will
time
get
to
knocked out here. And
speculate,
LGD,
give a
which
bit
is
of a
YZZ
lay of the
himself,
land, if you
owning the
will, for our
bank,
viewers at
taking all the
home.
cash from
We
the vault
got
there and
Jason's
putting it in the
favourite,
elimination
just
points
what he
bracket.
ordered, you know,
Looks
fresh from
great
the
news
oven
for
there.
him.
The hot
10
drop
eliminations,
specialty.
yeah.
Mad Bulls just
LGD
walking
will
away with
go
just the
down
one
there,
man
but
as well.
third
The
place,
worst
10
case
eliminations, a
scenario,
20-point
right?
game
And
for
the third party
LGD.
to steal that last
Unstoppable
steal in.
indeed, but Alpha 7, 3
Wrap
players,
that up in
Titan
a neat little
with the
package.
1.
If that isn't a little taste
wonder if they even
of the sort
figure
of
that he could be in
shenanigans
here.
we're
They've got to
gonna
imagine
be
he's in the
seeing
tower,
today,
and now he's
I
enveloped
don't
by the
know
blue.
what would be. You know, maybe
Wants
like
to
a
bounce the
beef
nade off the
stroganoff.
wall at the last second.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
will
for
be
some
denied
of these
even
teams,
that.
some
The
of these
point doesn't
squads,
go to
right, it
Alpha
was kind of
7,
interesting
but
'cause we
they
were sort
get
of
the chicken
speculating
dinner
Mad Bulls
nonetheless.
really want to
A
hot
play
drop.
from a
In
super
the
strong
end, they
compound.
have
Hard
to,
fought
but
for them
it's
at the
Inco
start,
who
but they
does
kept
engage that. And I think
everybody
for
else at
Inco,
bay.
maybe
Until
not
to
the
the end.
greatest of things to happen. I mean,
They
we were
exerted
talking
that
about
control
how,
on
you
the
know,
northern shore.
here on Sandhawk,
I really like
you
this
do
though,
want to
'cause
try and get as many
completely
points
ties
as
into their
possible,
interview
squeeze
to
out
what
as
Revo's
much
been
as
talking
possible
about, which is a
from
case
this
of
map.
towards the
because
beginning
you
of the
only can
games
see one of it
of
anyway.
the last chance,
You
they
don't
were
want to
struggling
go
a little bit, getting
heavy
towards the center
on
of the
these
circle,
games.
playing on
Tixie
that
all by
northeastern
his
edge a lot
lonesome
of
here.
times.
No one else
They're
to
an
help
edge
him.
team
Got
just
a
like
DBS
HUP.
versus
However, they
the
were mentioning
three-man
that
squad
they want to get a
here,
little
of
bit more
course.
aggressive with their positioning, get into a spot where they
Easy,
can find
straight
it
around
and
the corner.
not
Easy
have to just think to
two-pump,
themselves,
double
right, we
barrel
might need to scout this
action.
position
Straight into
before
the
we
face
go
of
in.
Kitsune
Make
as
fully-
well.
make
Causes
sure
him to
it's
go
fully
bounding
short
around.
and
Like a
grab
very
it. So
aggressive
instead,
bunny
this time
rabbit.
around, it's a
And he's
case
put
of
the
we
foot
have
down,
to
Black.
find
At least
HUP
hits
for
onto
this
one.
spot. We're gonna
The
send
sprint
directly
out
in
as
there,
well.
and we will
Basically just
challenge out
offering
any of the
themselves
team's
up as
position,
sacrifice
because
there.
it
Those
is
are
the
some
game-winning
freebies
spot,
for
and
Gladiators.
HUP and both
You get
Alpha
the
7
response in
understood
as
that.
well for
It
the
could have gone either
situation.
way.
Get everyone back on their feet. You're going to be happy with that.
Fight, but that's
Yeah,
just
you're
the way it
really,
goes
really
sometimes.
pleased
Alpha
with
7
the fact that
with the
Tixie's
chicken
able to
dinner
hold
to
his
take
own
them
on
up
this
and into the
compound.
first spot.
It is typically where Tixie does play as well, over towards this eastern side, able for the rest of the team to get over towards him as well. And I think that that is nice. That's a nice regroup from Gladiators. A lot of times they've been very slow on that approach. If one player is all on his lonesome, backup doesn't come half as quick enough a lot of times. So for Tixie, he is thanking his teammates, tapping them on the back there. That is a very, very pleasing result for Gladiators. Not so much for Quest, running on 13 points. It's not really looking too good for this team, even after the absolute mad plays we saw from Alhaji yesterday. I don't know how much further Quest is going to be able to get into this tournament, but I think next year is going to be a really good year for Alhaji, no matter what team he's on.
I think they've done well, at least in kind of winning the hearts of the fans a little bit as well, with the time we've seen from them on camera.
Well,
the
Alpha
way
7, they
they've
came
come
out with
across
the
in their
interview
interviews
saying,
and
if
the
you come near
resilience
us, we're
we
going to
saw,
shoot
at
you
least
down.
in
And HUP
regulation,
unfortunately
back
was
in
one of the
Group Green, right?
recipients of
for them
this
to
one,
actually
as they
fight
close
through
out the
and
game,
even
get
still
themselves
be
even
in
further
the
into
tournament
top
in a
5.
position where we can still
And
be
I believe
talking about
even
them
in
right
first
now.
place now,
At
gentlemen.
least
This
for
is
me was
fantastic
impressive.
showing out of Alpha
It just
7
felt like there
as they look
was
to
a
join
little bit of
Influence
room
Champion
for him to
over
get
in
another step
finals.
forward. It's a shame how some
Normally
of
in
the
the
games have
interviews,
gone
I'm not gonna
for
lie,
Quest,
we hear them
don't say, oh, if we see you, we're gonna like chase you down, we're gonna take your compound. I don't typically believe it. I do now. They just barely saw Pixel moving of HVVP in a really good compound at that. Like, it was a better rotation from HVVP, a lot quicker. But the fact that Alpha 7 just sent it while the team was split was the perfect timing for Alpha 7, and then you just can't breach it because the compound, it's hard to leave, but it's even harder to breach.
It's a nice little fight there from Besiege Evos versus Zenhyper, leaving them down to one player now, and I think for Besiege Evos this is very well set up. Yesterday they looked
But what we saw from Mythic in that last game,
they were doing extremely well over in our group stage.
I asked this before the game, and I'm going to ask it now. Do you think they might have done better if they dropped?
21 points, though, it's not terrible. It's not ideal either, but it's good enough. He's just Misery now coming up against some of the players here from NASA.
Might have been the
Xenox will open things up.
At this point of the game, making that mistake, not getting a single elim either, not securing a single point, is definitely going to hurt HVVP here.
Bullets down range.
Yeah, it's going to put them even farther behind that top 5 that they're trying to catch up to. But a couple of individual plays we're going to have to mention here as well. YZZ from LGD, the last surviving player from the teams out of water. First of all, I mean, obviously the confidence that goes into be able to pull off that kind of situation and knowing your limits and knowing what you need to do. But I feel like at the end, to be fair to him, Victor kind of saved him from Gaylord as he knocked 2 players from Besiktas.
Hit and miss yesterday.
Pretty much. Like, the situation is really out there. It's hard to predict what's going to be happening, but he just picks up the pieces. And I think the weapon choice for him in that situation was really good. He was playing the BB Bison, which, as we know, has got a lot of ammo in that clip, and you can just keep spraying down as they just come out of the water. You can just keep spraying, keep the pressure on, and it's going to be really hard to make it over to the mainland. So, yeah, good weapon usage, and YZZ, I mean, they had a good game initially, but making it across that river as a four-man team
they've been making a lot of right moves.
Here you go, the points
for an edge team that likes to kind of read into opponents' movements around the map.
I mean, if we talk about those individual points scored, we talked about was Navarro getting himself 10. I think YZZ has just been able to catch up quite a bit here.
In theory, where they were playing, it was all fantastic. Then they were going down to these engagements. They weren't always able to win it out.
But this is a game that's going to put them in good standing. What's not going to put a few of the teams in good standing, of course, we talked about HVP, but BTR
and this kind of
losing that fight almost instantly to the hands of Gamelord. That's going to put Gamelord in a great position, and it's fantastic for Gamelord too, because before this game, Gamelord win 8 was 49 points. BTR, which is barely above them,
for other teams that like to leapfrog from edge and then send towards a kind of a middling position between the center of the circle and the outer side of it,
even Titan
you have
going up
much
as well,
more chance
because
to
they
get
got themselves
further
a
into the
huge
game,
chunk of
and
points
they
as they
picked
were
themselves
already
some
in 15th
pretty
or
consistent
5th place, I
placement
should say,
points off the back
at
of
the
it.
time.
And
So
we
we
had
see
a
a lot of
really
movement
good
still happening
conversation as
here.
well
Potentially a lot of movement happening when it comes to our fan vote leaderboard. Remember, I said S2G was first place yesterday, and they're going to be still first place today. However, the Galaxy getting fit, maybe the only way that we're going to see the Galaxy in the top 5.
You have to, whereas other teams sort of got in their own heads a bit.
Yeah, that was one of the big focal points we were kind of sort of umming and ahhing over, about how you could see the difference of, let's say, a team like Influence Rage, who came out just playing their style, just absolutely giving it, right? Any opportunity they had to just swing on a fight, play confidently, going into an engagement basically thinking, we've already won this. They're just thinking about the points being in their pocket. You're going to have so much more of a better time of it than going into it giving so much respect to teams, overthinking these situations. And we've seen that change. A lot of our squads from Group Green, it feels like their play styles have kind of flip-flopped more so than anything compared to what we were seeing during that regular point. This is an interesting one, actually kind of ties into that. You can see here, Reject Tokyo at least getting a bit more confidence to fight and contest for center control. A little bit lucky there in terms of the draw of the circle, but it works out. You've got a compound, you're in a good spot, and they're going to be pleased with this, mate. They'll be chuffed with that blank, because when they had center control, when they felt comfortable early in a compound, this is where we saw some of the better games from Reject, because honestly, they're great on defense, good comms. It just felt like getting there was rough for them. They've been playing a lot of edge, and it hadn't been working out too well. I'd hope that would be a positive change. Bit of a fight potentially developing here as well. You've got the push up the hill. Focus is drawn from NASA towards the backside, but a few bullets whizzing on by. Room for a bit of a scrap here.
Yeah, I think for Enigma Galaxy as well as NASA, this is a case where potentially Enigma Galaxy will just think about just swinging wide of this, potentially trying to get in underneath towards Painan. I think Enigma Galaxy is a team that is very well known for some of their more smart rotations. A little bit of a scout there from Ralph. He's in very much danger now of taking a knock. Luckily, the vehicle is going at a strong 90 miles per hour. Alter Ego zooming in towards where Reject is playing. Already, Octa gets taken down here. They try and take control of one edge, but Reject has penned them in, locks them into one location. Now the nades can start to come through. There's a lot of damage off the back there. In the meantime, Duxan does take down Ralph. We talked about him earlier being very, very low.
pins pulled on the nades for Ego, looking to see if maybe there's a way they can defend themselves with these bad boys. Problem is they've already taken so much damage. Reject Tokyo setting themselves up. They're trying to reset in terms of the defense and readjust what positions they're playing from so they can support each other a little bit easier. There is nades in play as well. Reject Tokyo normally very good on lining up those double nades. That could be something to come back towards. For now, we'll see what's happening up on the hill.